Welcome one and all to what is not a video, but hopefully a stream that is as much like a video as possible. What I've been doing is streaming for a little bit to pre-plan what is occurring in this archive here, which is giving the new stage a go. Deadly Carnival 3. Wow, there's a third one. How extremely exciting indeed. We're going to give it a go. I've even put together myself a slot, and I'm going to use that slot to at least try it once. And I've got to bear in mind that I can't make any cuts, so we're going to have to see what kind of interesting way in which we can do this semi-video stream archive. So, Deadly Carnival 3 starts with Tornado Carnival 3, and accordingly, I've got one of those things, you know, anti-floating and Ultraland the Ultraman, and Gizo, that's all you ever need in your life. Probably not, we're going to fail, but, you know, really, that's fine. And apparently, I've already lost a Twitch follower. Right, okay, let's go then. Tornado Carnival 3 Deadly. Very exciting. Oh, it's the space! Oh, I like the space. Because I haven't been in Cats of the Cosmos in absolutely ages, and I really like the planets and that, and I'm thinking this is pretty much a glimpse inside the creative process. You are seeing a video recording that will remain as is because I'm not cutting out the gaps in what I'm saying and the rather pointless things that I end up saying as well, like, wow, the blue on that planet over there is truly astonishing. Gradiented to a degree even better than my art GCSE. Or, you know, something like that. Talking about my art GCSE for no apparent reason. Out that goes, straight into a deleted scene. But, oh, not anymore. No, you've got it all right here. And I've got to try and contend with this beast. Well, I tell you what, let's start with the Cyberpunk. That seems sensible. I'll also slow that. Oh, what an opportune slow that was! Just as the Zyclone comes out. Fair enough. I can't say I haven't had that spoiled already by the stream chat. We're just asking them how many levels are there in Deadly Carnival 3. But there you go. You know, it wouldn't be exciting without having it spoiled. Don't stop to think about that sense of logic. So this isn't going to work out particularly well, but we're going to last for a little amount of time. And the very nice people of the stream chat, right, they've made a sweepstake as to how long I'll last in the level, and I think I've defied at least some of them by lasting a little bit longer than they thought I would. So I'm just going to try and make this go on for as long as possible to make as many of them as I can wrong in some kind of spiteful, I'm going to lose but whatever sort of thing. Because actually, well, we've lasted a heck of time longer than I thought we would. This is really rather impressive. There's loads of warping going on, but because things that can only really be teleported back to exactly the same place, not much is actually occurring that is damaging warp-wise, but that's on the base and it was going to kill it eventually. But that's alright. Very colourful indeed. I like that. I don't like the boss HP so much, but we can work on that. Right, I have to be quite quick with switching over, because of course I have to do that live and in stereo. Right, so where's my rover? It's over here somewhere. Here's my rover. Gizo ain't gonna do any good, so let's get rid of that. What else? Well, let's go to anti-alien and zombie. Hopefully that chooses things that do either. Yeah, it does. Okay. That didn't really help us. Keep going along. Oh, it's difficult to think, really. Definitely not Chill Cat. I'm thinking perhaps Corrupted Psycho Cat. Maybe, perhaps, possibly. Wait, why have I got Macho Leg Cat in here? That's not going to help. Thaumaturge, that's kind of generalist. Why not? Rover, we've got. These are collab ones. That's Better Kuma, so say no more. Seafarer Cat, I'm not very good with. Pole Vaulter, let's put Pole Vaulter in. I think that's sensible. Maybe. Cats in the Cradle? Yeah. You know what? I'm going to go for it. Replacing Cyberpunk with that one. We could even go Ganglion. All these different exciting prospects that we're not going to use yet. There's Blue. That would probably, like, really definitely help. Probably, definitely, really. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Although Earthfuan as well, long range. I mean, that's always quite good. Although that's not so much a knockback. So you know what? I'm going to go with this. That's my next loadout. Hopefully that didn't take too long. Let's go back to Deadly Carnival 3. No, right? Stop telling me what to do, chat. I'm going to do this at my own pace and I'm not using Volta. Alright? Go away. Right, okay, so, in fact, you know what? Go away fully. I'm hiding the chat completely. I'll just have my OBS up as if I'm recording. I'm not listening to you. This is a video. You wouldn't be here, right? I can't just suddenly pretend you're here. Got to let the creative process fill out the way that it normally would. Right. Elite Shibalian. I'm already running out of breath. That's not really very good. Okay, I'm going to let the worker cat upgrade a little tiny bit. And we'll use the calm of the relative calm of the start to probably only level 4 worker cat, to be fair. But then the exciting things will happen, and they will come in the form of blue and not much else until the Cyclone rears its terrible face. And what do I do next? Perhaps a Thaumaturge. That's nice and generalistic. Maybe a cameraman. Start with all of the Sanzo and all of that. And then we'll bring out blue because we've got a decent amount in front of it. We'll go to level 5 worker cat. We'll just slow everything there. And so we're starting to have a little kind of force. Looking a bit floor 34-y, actually. Except we've got blue, which should... Oh, hang on. What have I missed here? What's happened there? Is blue not guaranteed to knock back, or are we... Oh, maybe not guaranteed then. Okay, fair enough. Well, it worked that time. That's alright. Next, I reckon, if we ever get the chance, that is, a good old Cats in the Cradle. I say good old, it's relatively recently speaking. We're just going to keep doing these dual meat shields. I thought, the first time I fought a Super Cosmic Cyclone, that wouldn't be enough. But it turns out, they just keep getting warped to like the same place over and over again so much that actually... it is perfectly fine and perfectly doable. Right, we've got the Cyclone in audience now, so let's start bringing out the Volta and also Thaumaturge, because that will help against Zombie as well. And then probably just keep going at it with the Rover, because it's a good meat shield in this context, really. Because any time the Cosmic Cyclone is in front, that's the sort of thing that we'll be needing. And I'm really running out of breath, so we're going to take the opportunity to have a little bit of a quieter time while I regain my breath and let my cats do their thing. Ideally, that is. Oh no, that's not good. You give me my Cats in the Cradle back, please. Thank you very much. I mean, we've almost got it back on recharge time, but the amount of monies that we've got are sort of betraying that ability very much indeed. Right, let's get another Volta, because all our problems will be solved by having loads of Voltas on the field. Yeah. I mean, the Volta people were talking about isn't this Volta. I'm realising linguistically it sounds like I've said I wasn't bringing something, but did actually bring it. They meant the anti-alien one, and we're still going to die off, but die off a little bit later than we otherwise would have. So maybe that's good. Maybe that's fantastic. Right. We're 79%. You see, we're making progress. Okay, what am I going to do next then? Well, what did especially well for us? Well, we'll do the same filter again. Go through and try some different things. I believe that, like Floor 38, Heavyweight Cat will actually do us quite the service. And Cameraman Cat, I mean, the damage isn't really what we need to be worried about. It's the amount of protection that we can have. And maybe Seafarer Cat would be good for the old knockbacks. Or we could just do Volta. I mean, people have said it's that sort of defeats any kind of strategic nous of getting it. But I think it's probably a sensible idea. And you know what? We're just going to... we're going to go for it in probably, I'm thinking by virtue of how many you can stack, probably the first form, actually. So we'll do it all there. Cats in the Cradle was alright, but we couldn't afford to get another one anyway. Mind you, that same logic would apply to Foley, so I don't really know what I'm thinking at this point. Get rid of Cameraman, and then perhaps we'll just put in another meat. Well, meat shielding wasn't the problem, really, was it? But at the same time, isn't everything the problem or something? You know what? I'm just gonna go Bomber. But Bomber seems sensible, right? I mean, it's always sensible. When's it not? I mean, it's fine in floor 38, right? Let's just go along with that. That seems sensible. Right. Deadly Carnival 3. Tornado Carnival 3. Another attempt. Let's keep going. Right. Oh. Yeah, I really need to catch my breath. Oh. Have a bit of my drink. Just like skip forward a few seconds, to be fair. Make your own jump cut. Whew. Right, this is where things start, I reckon. So we only need anti-alien stuff at the moment, but we might as well, now we have a couple of meat shields, put out Volley and just make sure to protect it. Then Rover, and then maybe that, and maybe a bit more of this and that, and then Blue. I think Blue is a sensible next step. And then eventually the Zyklone will come out, and at that point I will just slow everything to get it in order. There we go. Slow them all like that. Keep the Super Cosmic, Super, whatever it is, Cyclone at a reasonable distance. Volta didn't actually die. Well, that's good, but I need to get another one and lots more after that to make the first form of it effective. Unfortunately, the Cyclone keeps getting close, and it surprised me that Volta has actually managed to survive 2 of its attacks, but not 3 of them, so we're back to only 1 Volta, and the same kind of problems as we once had. That and the fact that the Zyclone's now coming along, which says to me, you know, that says to me that what I've done, well, it doesn't work. And at that point, I'd do a jump cut to a point where I actually knew what I was going to say afterwards, or a solution to the problem. But I don't have one of those. If we're doing this on the fly, I'll be honest, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see if at the very least Bomber... Oh dear, that's a terrible death. Bomber, will I be able to afford it? I'm thinking no, you know, but there's nothing else I can really do. So let's go with it. You get knocked back, my son, because if you hit the base, then I really am dead immediately. Well, there you go. Thank you for demonstrating that, like I definitely asked you to do. Right, well that was worse, so that's encouraging. Let me guess. Freezes, does that mean it's guaranteed to? I doubt that it's guaranteed to. Oh, I don't know, but it's not working out for us very well, to be fair. Maybe I should just start Volta from an earlier point. You know, maybe that would be sensible. Yeah. Equally, I don't really have the monies to be doing something like that. So, you know, I really have no idea. I kind of want to persist and make it work. I'm going to try once more like this, because I can't think of any improvements to the strat itself to do at the moment. Just the method. So let's go and improve the method. This should be very fun indeed. Right. Oh, this is really taking it out of me as well. We won't upgrade the worker cat that much then. We'll just do it the once. And I'm just going to start off the Volley train as soon as possible, so that we can get another one as soon as possible and continue like that. Although it is worrying how far forward it's actually moved, and it's going to get damaged by an elite Shibalian is what's going to happen, which is just mortifying. That's really bad. I don't want that to be happening. Let's make sure you're cleared out, right? and the focus is on getting a huge filthy stack of these things, or, you know, 3 of them, that too, and then we should be able to stop this thing in its tracks. That's the idea anyway, and we'll slow it when the cyclone comes out as per usual, although they're getting all a bit close now, which I don't especially like. Cyclone, can you please appear so I can do the thing? Well, screw it. Oh, you just had to do it like a second afterwards. Oh, well, it slowed onto you anyway. Okay, fair enough. No need to complain there. It actually worked out for us. Will the Voli stack now actually freeze the Super Cosmic Cyclone? Well, I don't know. It doesn't look like it, reliably at least. I mean, as soon as I said it doesn't look like it, the Volis must have shown up, so they actually did the proc. But now they're getting complacent and they're not procking again. I need you to do a constant proc, alright? Constant proc is what we need. Okay, I can't deploy anymore, so I'll just upgrade the worker cat and focus on meat shields. Probably primarily rover or something highly sensible like that. And then another volley, because why the heckers not? And I've completely negated the fact that there's now a cyclone there. Let's slow you before we get in any more trouble. And these volleys are all going to die. Yeah, every single hecking one of them. But you know what? This was working out all right. I just need to get my stuff in order, get this sorted out properly, and we might have a chance at it. The first level. But, you know, there we go. What can you really do? Not too much, but that's alright. That's alright. I might just quit. Save me the time wasting of the menu. Okay, although really, if I'm doing this, it would surely make sense to be changing up the strat, otherwise I could just be forced closing. That's a hesitation of pure sadness. So I'm thinking Bomber is a no. We are really strapped for cash in this level, and probably not this one. I feel like maybe we need a little bit more anti-zombie. I don't know. Is there much more anti-zombie that I have that's good for this purpose? Chance to knock back zombies. I mean, that's the sort of thing that we want, to be fair. I know it's a bit of a wild card. I mean, Hijiri, that is kind of fair enough, but that's damage, and we want kind of proc back. Procy knockback. Oh! Gang Lion is aliens and zombies. Well, that's perfect. Why didn't I just do that? That's like infinitely sensible. Let's just do that. That would make sense, wouldn't it? That would be like one of those good idea things that people talk about. Right, okay. You know what? I am just going to kit this out as a Heavenly Tower style 4 meat shield plus rover. It's a 5 meat shield affair. And then surely that'll be perfectly fine. And you know what? You know what I'm going to do? Because I am, as you probably have worked out, an absolute madman. I am going to, because we've got items from Cats in the Snow as well, put a rich cat on, because we were struggling for cash. And let's think about this sensibly. No, I'm not going to put a CPU on. Or am I going to put a CPU on? Will we have enough funds to use it effectively? I'm thinking no. Actually, I'm not as much of a madman as I was going to be. I'm going to do this properly. All by myself, except not all by myself, because I saw what people were suggesting. Anyway, I can kid myself that I would have reached the conclusion of Volta myself, even though I probably wouldn't have. So, we'll start off with Voli, but this time, we're going to let this Elite Shibalian get closer, so that we don't have quite the same troubles that we originally did. Okay, some erasers. And oh, that was a kind of a mistake and an oversight. The good thing about Rover is that it can't get warped, so it's important to have there at least some of them. And then volleys whenever I possibly can. And that will be the start of what we're doing. The Max Worker Cat is helping very nicely indeed. There is the Cyclone, so I'm going to ramp up what we're using here. I'm going to slow that there more kind of immediately than before to protect my volleys. And Ganglion is coming in. Skerblam! Look at that. I mean, it's not knocking it back, but I assume it's doing wonderful amounts of damage to it. We've been warped, though. Ganglion has been warped back, what, like a couple of feet. It doesn't really make much difference, does it? Right, let's just keep meat shielding then. We're hitting the deploy limit all the time, so maybe just these two until the Cyclone comes along and just melts everything into oblivion. And preempting that, we're going to start bringing along some zombie stuff. That being the knockbackers and all of that. And hopefully they will survive for the appearance of the Cyclone. Look at that. Some freezing. Gangline, come back. Thank you very much, chappy. We're going to slow both of you there. Hopefully now the area of effect of Ganglion is starting to affect all of it. That would be great news. And now all of the meat shields. And he was just about to do an attack. Ganglion, do your attack, son. There we go. Good stuff. I mean, they haven't been knocked back, which is kind of annoying. But, I mean, they're sort of doing a disservice to themselves by warping Ganglion back. Because by doing that, they are protecting him. So, thanks for that, I guess. I do appreciate that. That is genuinely helpful. Let's keep putting out the zombie knockbackers. Even despite the rich cat, the army is still managing to be quite thin on the ground, which is infinitely sad. I think my volley strat isn't working too well now that they're constantly dying as well, but I'm going to stick by it. It helped us a tiny bit, right? I mean, yeah, maybe all my problems would have been sorted if I'd just kept the Volta there, but where's the fun in that? I'm just going to meat shield in front of my Ganglion at the moment. He's doing a fantastic job, and I'm happy with a fantastic job from Ganglion. You know, I'm happy to let him go and do that. That's perfectly fine by me, and what I thought about CPU turns out to be true. We have nowhere near enough money to spam everything all the time, and I would have had to turn the CPU off anyway, which would make me sad, because I would have wasted an item. Right, continuing to do this isn't working out that well. Not anymore, anyway. Ganglion is now about as far back as he can be warped, which from a safety point of view is great, but from a safety point of view of my base is kind of less great. I prefer that to a much lesser degree. Ganglion, I kind of need you to save me at this point. Something to be knocked back or killed, that would be great, but it's not going to happen, is it? I mean, we've got a knockback of the zombie Cyclone, but that is about... Oh, it's dead! It's just a shame that we are not going to be able to kill it in time. Oh, no, no. No, 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 no. That's silly, right? That was really close. Don't do that. That is just very, very silly indeed. Not a fan. Really not a fan. That could have been, like, good. That could have been very good. Right, well, we're almost there, clearly, hopefully. Right, this Ren thing is completely useless and we can't afford it anyway. I'm going to switch to Volta because we can probably only afford one. That can be said. Hang on a minute. Hang on a hecking minute, right? Oh. Filter. Knockback. Angel Alien. Keep doing that. Little Macho Legs. That's the one. I mean, that would be good if we could continue to do that. We could bring Blue back, theoretically. I don't know, though. Maybe. Maybe for the latter stages it would make sense. Probably. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that then. That seems like the thing that I'm doing now, I reckon. Because we do need knockback in the latter stages. But perhaps at the start, freezing is a little bit better. I don't know. We're going to go with this and unfortunately sacrifice another rich cat, which makes me very sad indeed. But hey ho, what can you do? Still got more of them than I have CPUs. Right. No meat shields at the start then. I just need to let the Elite Chevalier get as near to me as it can, I think, because it'd be better to start my end. I don't think I've really thought about this that much, but I don't need to do the same thing with Volters anyway. So all I probably need a Razor, Rover, and I was going to say Manic Macho Legs, but it's not that. It's a little Macho Legs. Let's defend there. Thank you very much. Don't want you bite sniping my base. Thank you very much. And there's a Cyclone there. So, what would be sensible? I vote Volta. Let's do that. I think that's sensible. And then the zombies are going to start coming and they don't stop coming. So, let's stop the All-Star referencing for now. And begin the Gang Lion. I'm going to slow that before the boss wave, but it's fine. Boss wave was decently afterwards, so we didn't just about miss out. Gang Lion helpfully getting walked back there because he's one of those units, he's hecka fast, which all it serves to do is to move him forward too quickly and put him in danger all the time. But oh, little Macho Legs already proving to be a force to be reckoned with. Look at the knockback we're getting on here. But instead of alien units at the moment, I'm going to save my zombie ones because the Cyclone is nigh upon us. And the most important thing will be keeping both of them at bay instead of one of them while the other one trundles towards us and kills everything. Right, good, hopefully. Shot from Gang Lion there. Clearing out like one peon, but it's the thought that counts and I appreciate the thought. Right, running high on numbers, so near to the deploy limit. I would like to bring out blue, but it looks like that's not going to happen unless I find some wacky way of saving some cash or get a nice cash injection. I mean, the little Macho Legs actually are really helping to do that because they are getting some good knockback, but then of course as soon as I say that, that ceases. But then again, we've got it back and now blue is on the field. I'm going to get another of those Volta cats. We got double Volta in this lineup. Sounds good to me. Let's keep going like this. Get some more little Macho Legs because they're flipping brilliant. And now we're going to do the same thing. Meat shielding after meat shielding. And hopefully this time we'll actually be carried through the level. There's always a chance, right? I think there's perhaps a decent chance this time. I'm going to slow them. And just, oh, get the sniffles as well. The Cyclone's dead. Continue to do this, I was going to say. Well, we are. Just basically in a more easy way. We're flipping going to have done it. And that is great news. I am glad to be able to say that we've done it. Gang Lion, perfect for this level. Pretty flipping brilliant. Good on you, Gang Lion. We've done it eventually. And mostly through my own devices. I don't know what you'd call it, to be fair, but we've pretty much heckin' done it. So that's fairly good. Other than that, see, these are the hesitations. I don't know what to say. We're going to win. And then that's going to be it. That's great, you know? Unfortunately, one rich cat wasted, but equally, after all that, only one, and this level is got through. I'm not going to do the next one at the moment. I'm going to leave that for another time because it will lead to an energy refill. So I will give it some goes probably and then have a slot ready for it to facilitate it as an energy refill because it's a very good one being only 100 energy, or at least it should be. But I'm very glad that this is now complete. I'm very happy that we've got there. Tornado Carnival 3 will have been completed without that much bother. I mean, yes, we've been doing this for half an hour, but many levels have been worse than that from a recording time point of view, and I haven't been able to beat some of them. So comparably, this has gone really rather well. That's a victory. 3 cat tickets. Thank you very much. And that will do. Thank you for watching this kind of fake video. Well, recording, essentially, that is unedited because of the whole January blues and nothing making any money, so disenfranchisement with bothering to make Battle Cats videos. But I thought it's an event to mark at the very least, and through this I'm advancing my Twitch achievements, as it calls it, and working to understand that a little bit better. And we got a video-ish thing. I hope I performed decently well on Tornado Carnival 3 to maintain your attention. And so now I shall leave your attention to wander elsewhere. Ta-ra to you people watching this archive. Shall see you later.